Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, Debbie.
Hi, Faye. How are you?
Very well. How are you?
Yep, all good.
All good. Fantastic. We'll just wait a little while to get the comments up. So we're live on Facebook and YouTube, aren't we? So I've just posted the link to our group. So hopefully people can find us. Brilliant stuff. So we've gone bold and bright, haven't we, tonight, Deb? We're going to show a few things just as we're waiting for people to join us before we start. And what I love that layout, Deb.
Do you?
It's beautiful.
Yeah, this is the first one I did, and I'm loving the stamps that we've got in the kit. Shall I show you the stamps?
Oh, yes. I've got mine here. You've got them in the packet. I've taken mine.
Well, I've taken it out and put them back in because I do like it when they look nice in the packet.
In the nice packet.
These are beautiful, beautiful stamps. And in the kit, I've made a stencil that is the right size circle for this one and that one. So you can stencil the ink and then stamp over it. So I'm quite chuffed with that because that's worked out really well.
It is beautiful.
And it's meant that I can do lots of embellishments. So that's one layout I've done. I've done this one using the embellishments again and the cut file that comes in the kit.
That is beautiful.
And
love it. You have been so busy.
I've been very busy. I haven't been here for a couple of weeks, but I have been very, very busy.
You have. You've been working away in the background.
I have. And that's my last one with some lovely robins at Westonbirt.
Lovely. And so this is our subscription kit for next month. So it is, I'll take this one out of my sleeve because it reflects in the light. So this is Vicki Boutin's Bold and Bright collection. It's our monthly subscription kit for next month. So we're working on layouts to give everybody lots of inspiration. Oh, thank you, Janina. Hi, Karen.
Hi.
Yeah, so we're just loving this because last month, if I grab the layouts from last month, our kit that's shipping, you're shipping these all out this month, aren't you, Debbie?
Yes.
So our kit this month is Crafty Gardens, so it couldn't be more different. You can see
it's such a change, isn't it?
We've gone for muted tones, greys, beige, beautiful kind of fossilized amber yellow. And that's shipping this month. So we do try and vary the styles and the collections for the subscription kit. So I did, gosh, I think I did about 7 layouts from that. I just had to add a few of my own white cardstock. Hi, Sue.
Hi, Sue.
Hope you're getting some crafting done tonight. So yeah, Debbie, you're shipping these subscription kits out these coming weeks, aren't you? So Crafty Garden, and then we go on to something completely different.
Yeah,
which is just wonderful.
I'm loving it. I'm really loving it.
Yeah, it's there's
lots of possibilities.
And because you've got the stamp set, Deb, you're going to show some of the ways you've used the stencil. So there's a stencil in the kit which you have very cleverly designed. Let me get my stencil because I've used it well. So you get in the kit, you get cut files as well. So these are 2 of the cut files, and I've actually used the stencil from the kit because Debbie has designed the stencil to ensure that these stamps fit perfectly. So you can stamp over the top.
Stencil and then stamped over the top, and I've got loads of embellishments all ready to go.
You are
because I do love a stencil.
Coordinating stamp and stencil set. So that's
I love things that coordinate. It brings me such joy. And these I've painted and cut out. I'm so pleased with these. I don't know if you can see them very well. Let me just.
I love it. So that's the colour wheel. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think I'm going to make a wreath with these. I've got 7.
Oh wow!
It took me a while to paint, but I want to do something lovely with these.
So you use that lovely stamp, which is obviously that's just the printed packaging, but that is the stamp.
But I've also not painted them, but to have like a contrast, I've cut smaller circles and just stamped the middle, and I think that looks quite nice as well with a smaller circle.
Oh, that's good. How did you do that? Ah, just this small piece.
I cut smaller circles and just
Aha.
yeah, I think it might be the same size. Oh, slightly
Yes,
bigger.
and then just use this stamp to stamp the white circle.
And it's quite easy to line up because you can see through it. So yeah, so I've got some of those to use as well. Yeah.
So for Crafty Garden, we actually only have 2 kits left. So our monthly subscriptions have all gone out, and we always make a few more. We did a weekend crop this weekend just gone, and we sold lots of kits there. And I think we've just got 2 of Crafty Garden left.
Yeah.
And then the other kit that's been selling well, I designed using the Echo Park Sunflower Summer Collection. So this is a double page kit. It's on the website.
That's gorgeous.
And lots of fussy cutting. There's 2 A4 colour instructions, step-by-step instructions, and you also get this beautiful Jenny Wren wreath leaf cut file. So you get your papers, you get a sticker sheet, you get the instructions, and you get the Jenny Wren cut file. So that's on the website. If you look on the website under scrapbook kits, Twilight scrapbook kits, you'll find it there.
And it comes with a really nice sticker sheet as well, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. 12 by 12 sticker sheet, which I used. So I fussy cut some of these, but this is from the sticker sheet.
Do you want me to find it if I can put my hands on it?
Yes, I think you've got it ready to use.
It's in a pile because I'm crafting this on Saturday.
Yes, you've got it packed ready for a crop.
Yeah, this is the sticker sheet it comes with, and they are wonderful. So it's 3 sheets of paper and cardstock and this sticker sheet, isn't it? It's really
And because it's a double page layout kit, you get 2 sheets of the 300 GSM white cardstock. You get the pre-cut cut file, your sticker sheet, the 3 double-sided papers, everything you need other than a pair of scissors and some patience with your fussy cutting. Oh, hi, Steph. Hope you're well.
Steph, you've missed my bright layouts.
Yes, Debbie's back and we're on to zingy brightness.
Steph, so I hope you're very impressed.
That was mine that I finished off. This was one I did while I was on holiday. Took some crafting stuff away with me. And then last night I did some crafting unusually. I was feeling inspired by Debbie's pink version of this. So you did a pink version with this beautiful cardstock. You cut the gaps out. I got my craft knife out and cut all these little bits.
And I distress edged mine because I liked it's a little bit roughed up on the edges.
That's lovely. And so I went for greens and blues, and I did some faux stitching, and I used my trusty squeeze punch to get some stars. This was actually scraps, because I think with your cut files, Deb, you often don't want to just cut into your papers when you only need a tiny piece. And for cut files, often the block colours work better than the pattern papers. So I went into my scraps and I just found these old bits that coordinated, because everybody's got loads of scraps, haven't they? Loads of scraps. Yeah.
Everyone's got scraps.
Oh, you had a bit of a family catch-up, Steph, about your holidays. Nice. Yeah, you've been on your travels. It looks fantastic. Sculpture trails, and I hope you've had a great time. Bit of downtime, that's what you need. Right, let's get on with some crafting then. Too many scraps, Michelle, you're right. You are right. So that's why this layout, even with the stars, I thought, right, how can I embellish without trying to be a bit thrifty and we like to, with these kits, show how you can use all the embellishments, which I'm going to be using tonight on this layout, but also how you can just use a couple of sheets of paper and scraps, and that was all that was. Lots of mixed media on the background. I've made a video, step-by-step video for this one, which I've got to edit, so I will be able to share. Right, let's get going. I'm going to build a wreath here because the kit comes with the ephemera pack called Goodie Bag, which is full of all this lovely foliage, butterflies. So I'm going to use some of the Goodie Bag ephemera here. And I'm going to make it fairly simple. I'm going to stick to, I fussy cut some of these out of the blue leaves paper, and then the rest are embellishments. Oh, hi, Ali. Are you and Sue crafting together this evening, or are you in two separate locations? I know sometimes you do meet up.
Now I'm in a quandary now. Which way up do I do it? Do I have it this way? I originally thought like the things coming down and then a picture.
You thought here, top to bottom, and then a picture of the bottom, or do you go left to right?
I'm thinking,
oh, bottom up,
and a picture here.
Oh, the options. Oh, Sue's babysitting, so you're just watching along.
Oh, tissue paper technique. I'm not sure what you mean, Steph.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. No, I've heard of this.
Was it stamping on tissue paper and then so you don't make a mess?
I can't remember.
I've stamped on tissue paper before because it means you can stamp on it and glue it on your background without making a mess of the stamping.
I have heard of that.
Bottom up is the correct rainbow way. Steph said bottom up. I'm liking bottom up, actually.
I'm loving bottom up. You go for it.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to half ink. I had an idea, so I wrote it down on a Post-it note. I'm going to use a Post-it note to half ink so I can have half yellow and then half orange, so it's tone on tone. Oh, coloured tissue paper. No, that's not.
Oh, yes, you get, that's what I've heard, Michelle, the tissue paper technique. And then you wet it and then like the colour comes out. It does give a really funky effect, actually. It's almost like
I've got some that I've never used.
I'm sure you even talked to me, Deb, about the tissue technique years ago, and I'm not sure we ever got to do it. But
no, we didn't.
It does like give a really funky kind of mixed media vibe.
Right, I'm going to
need that. You know, we love all these different techniques. Absolutely love experimenting.
I'm going to need my inks out.
What colours are you going for?
I'm going lumberjack plaid, chipped sapphire. Is it chipped sapphire? Blueprint sketch.
Blueprint sketch matches perfectly with this one. I thought it was chipped sapphire, but when you did the swatches, you found it was
mustard seed and spiced marmalade.
Oh, love it. Love that. Building up. I love these within this goodie bag. Within the goodie bag ephemera, you get vellum pieces, cardstock pieces, and acetate pieces. So it's a real mixture. So here's an example. This is a vellum, but it's got holographic foil. This is cardstock with holographic foil. So it's just great to have such variety. And even these acetate flowers that are here, silver and black that side, and you flip it and they're gold and black. So depending on the color tones of your layout, you can reverse. There are acetate titles that are really cool. So yeah, this goodie bag ephemera, because she's for this collection Bold and Bright, there are 3 different types of ephemera packs. There are the journaling ephemera. There's the icons ephemera, and then this one is called Goodie Bag, because I think it is just packed full. I mean, it's florals and things, but I think it's because it's all mixed, all the mixed media variety of it is great. So I'm loving it. Loving this collection.
Yeah. And I'm loving having the stamps as well. I think it makes you think outside the box.
It definitely makes your stash go further as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so Stephanie, tissue paper to get tissue that bleeds. So you want it really pigmented. Yes. Spray it with water. It bleeds down the page and makes really nice patterns. Then you can stamp over it.
I've got some of that. I did my background with the smooshing effect that Vicki Boutin does.
Yes, you did a bit of smooshing.
Yeah. Love a smoosh.
Oh, I commented on Vicky's lovely post last night. She sadly lost her mama. And it was just such a heartfelt post. I just sent my condolences. Yeah. She's so lovely, isn't she, Vicki?
Yeah.
She's
and
so
you can
giving.
tell that family is like
family is crucial, yeah. Absolutely. And she gives so freely of her time, doesn't she, with all the lives and the
she really does
inspiration. It's a real little community that she's built up. Oh, up there. Right. That one's slightly larger. I'm going to swap that one round. Have these two small ones here. Right.
That's worked quite well. Half and half.
Oh, so this is with your post-it technique.
Yeah, I thought I'd have a go, and it does work. Because what I want to do is on this one, I want to I can then have a circle that goes like that, so it's half red and half orange. So then it's still kind of tone on tone, I think. And then I've got, so then I can do red and pink like that.
Oh yes, so that it clever.
So it's like tone on tone, but I've made it.
Yes. Very creative.
What are the colours I need to do now?
That is inspired. So
I've loved working with this so much. I really have.
Yeah. Is anybody else getting any crafting time tonight? I know Sue's babysitting because you sometimes do crafting on a Thursday. So no crafting for you this evening. Anybody
I hope
else?
Everybody's behaving well, Sue.
Yes, I hope they're being good. My little one is asleep already. He's had a week of holiday club.
Oh, bless him.
But I am still at work. So
a bit shattered, isn't he?
He is tired. But he's had a great time because he did first aid one day. Then they had a PCSO in, so a police car, and you know, learning about
a really good holiday club.
It's really great.
Is going on.
Yeah, to have all the visitors in.
Yeah, that's
He's made a jellyfish with a paper plate. He's done clay.
Oh,
so yeah,
that's a lot of work, and that's not cheap either. Getting clay out for that many children. I'm impressed.
Oh, Steph's doing a layout. Brilliant. Oh, hi, Lizzie. Oh, you're going away on a retreat at the weekend. Is it a crafting retreat? I just love it. We were running the shop at a crafting retreat this weekend, which we love, because even though we're not crafting, we still get to go around and see what people are doing, and
it's nice to catch up, isn't it?
It's nice to have a catch up, and obviously it's actually brings us joy when people are loving all the products, and because we share the passion of needing all the things. So,
and then it's lovely to, like, because we actually craft, when people ask about things, we really like
get
go,
it.
Yeah, use this is really good. We always said, didn't we would only buy what we love to use.
Yeah, and people then ask for advice, and if we've tried a product, then at least we know, you know. And sometimes we say, oh, we didn't get on with that, or we didn't like that very much. Somebody else might say, oh, I've used it and love it, and everybody's different.
Absolutely. It's like the blending brushes, isn't it? You got on really well with the Tim Holtz ones, didn't you? I never ever did.
Still use mine.
Yeah.
But only for sort of distressing edges. If I was doing what you're doing there, I would definitely use those blending brushes there. Let's see what else everybody's doing. So, yeah, Steph's working on a layout. Amazing. Michelle should be crafting, but now she's watching us, joining in the chat. That's what I find when I watch lives when I'm crafting. I want to join in and type in the chat, and then I think I'm mid-project. So I totally know what you mean on that. Oh, Sue said the little one is fast asleep.
Oh, bless.
That's good. Karen's doing a bit of crochet. I love crochet. Some of you might know that Debbie crocheted amazing sunflowers for my wedding a few weeks back, and I managed to make one, didn't I, Debbie?
Yeah.
I mean, I tried.
You did your very best. That's all anyone can ask of you.
I think if I had a bit more time, I would have persevered, but
well, we always said, didn't we? Oh, let me show you that next bit, and just time ran out, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Or other things that.
But it was stunning. Just stunning. Oh, Lizzie's going scrapbooking in the Hunter Valley. Is that in a hotel, or is that because we love the ones where you get classes, or you get your food in there, so you don't have to worry about food. That's always a treat.
Yeah, it's nice not to have to cook, isn't it?
Oh yeah, you can just stop mid-project, go and grab a bite to eat, and come back and carry on. It's fabulous. Oh, that's good. Agricultural college, motel rooms, and catered for. Perfect. Yes. Absolute heaven. I find you get so much done at a retreat, as long as you like, you know, you've got an idea of kits, or you've got prepared on what you want to bring, because I used to always take too much, and I've learned along the way not to bring the kitchen sink. And prep is helpful for that. You can actually get lots done. So exciting that this week in the UK, when was it, Deb? Monday night?
I can't remember.
I can't remember what day it was now. I think it was Monday night, because then I started the week very tired. But we had an alert that we might be able to see the Aurora Borealis, the Northern Lights here in the UK, which is very unusual. So little me stayed up. We're in a group, aren't we, Deb, where it gives us the alerts, and we're like, oh, we better stay up now. Debbie, you went off driving in the dark. Your husband thought you were a bit mad.
Yeah, but I got some lovely photos.
You did. And we were texting. We're like, it's coming now.
Not as amazing as the ones you got. I mean, the ones you got was funny.
Oh, and the thing is, you couldn't see much with the naked eye.
No.
But obviously on night mode with these fantastic cameras we've got now. And I had a little iPhone tripod. We did manage to capture quite a bit. I still want some of these black. I know I'm covering quite a bit of the black detail up, but it kind of shows underneath, gives it a bit of dimension. Like, which bits have I stuck down now? Yeah, I definitely missed the last lot, Steph. And then I'll have to share with you, actually, there is a chap called Will Photography.
Yeah.
Will Photography, and he literally tracks. And there's rather than it being just a Facebook group, it's a messenger. So obviously you don't have to listen to the messenger all the time, but he will send an alert via this messenger. There's about 21,000 people on this messenger chat now.
And you can't reply to it. He's the
That's
only
the good
person
thing is no one can reply, so you don't get millions of alerts. It's just him saying heads up.
And he's really good. He'll post in the day, and then he'll say, "I'll let you know at 10 o'clock if."
Yeah.
And he's really good,
and
he's
it
very
says,
accurate.
like, I tell you what, the chances are quite rare.
Yeah.
Tonight I'd go to bed, or so that's how we knew that the chances were really high.
Yeah.
But as you say,
I mean, I've got an app as well, but it's nowhere near as reliable as he is.
No, the apps, I find we've missed it before on the apps. So yeah. Oh, hi Jocelyn. You popped on and you're going to scrap for a little bit. Excellent. Michelle said she was going to do some scrapping, and then she got tuned into us. So hopefully you can do both, because it is nice to watch along and craft. Oh, hi Joe. Right, well, I think, let me just have a little look. I don't think this needs much more. It's kind of simple. Oh, I've got my little shiny piece here. I might leave that off. I did have it here. Although it does balance this piece out here. I would normally go in threes. I've got threes, 1, 2, 3. So I think I might leave that.
Is that too much?
Oh, Steph, how exciting. Steph's been contacted today about her trails and being interviewed tomorrow about travelling to do them, scrapbooking them and all sorts. Oh, yay.
How exciting.
That is brilliant. You'll have to let us know how it goes. Right, I'm getting on to some stamping now, Deb. We're getting all inspired.
Is that okay, do you think?
I love it.
Is that enough?
It's more is more, which is what this collection is all about.
I think I'm going to do that and then put a photo and then think about whether I need to add anything after. But I'm going to foamy dot it.
Brilliant. I'm going to do some stamping on this. So what I like about this stamp set is definitely this ink splat here.
Yes, I've used the splat a lot. And the circle with the ink splats is fab as well.
This one, oh, that's nice, yeah.
In fact, I've got another one ready to go where I just use the stamps, rainbow colours, and that's just the ink splats and the circles and the small circles.
Love it. So I've got 4 colours of inks. We've done the colour swatch ready for this collection, so that will be in the newsletter. But we've definitely found Blueprint Sketches the best blue. I thought it was a darker blue because obviously in her colour wheels there are a range of blues.
Yeah, it's really hard, isn't it? But I think you have to go with...
You could use different... Obviously,
you could if you had.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter, but we try and find the perfect match, don't we, to the paper?
Yeah. And what I have got, we were talking about this before we came on, Deb, is and we stock these in the shop. So I've got my inks and oxides, but when it comes to stamping, the oxides and the distress inks, it's kind of quite a mottled stamp.
Yes.
Whereas I've just got these in the mini version. The archival inks give a really crisp stamped image. So and he does them in the coordinating colours. So picked raspberry oxide, and then you've got the picked raspberry archival ink, if you stamp in the oxide, it gives a different effect. It's just not quite as crisp.
It's not
but
crisp, is it?
It's more distressed, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whereas if you want a really crisp stamp, then you can choose these little mini inks, which are archival. And for stamping tone on tone, I think they're lovely. I'm going to show you with maybe one of these circle stamps. So Steph asked a great question. How did you do the base circles? So clever Debbie, in our subscription kit, she has made, and it comes in the kit, a circle stencil that fits. Took quite a bit of measuring, but it just fits perfectly the large and the small. So I stenciled first with the kit stencil, and then so this is using that archival just to show you how it stamps. So it's this size. So I'm going to do tone on tone. Oh wow, look.
Yeah.
It's given like you've got the lights and the darks showing through,
Yeah.
because obviously the archival is a slightly different pigment and tone.
I think I might need some archivals.
I think you might. So we stock them in the shop, minis. They're mini inks, and of course I love a storage. We've got the storage tins, and in fact that one's full up, and I'm going to need some more colours of these, so I'm going to need a new tin. And I'm going to
Well, I have got birthday money that I haven't spent.
Oh, well, I spent some of my birthday money on those lovely fur-lined Crocs that are on their way. So, yeah, we treated ourselves, didn't we, Deb?
Yeah. I've always admired, one of our friends has got them, and they always look so comfy, don't they?
Yes, they do. Yeah, Steph, do you know, Debbie, talking to Debbie about archival, she didn't realise that Tim Holtz did them in the actual matching colours. And now Debbie's going, oh, I think I'm going to need some of these.
Well,
and now what I've realised is I need more colours, because as my oxide collection has grown.
To be fair, it's just going to enhance our crafting.
Yeah, exactly. And also because they're minis, they don't take up much storage space. So that's my rationale. I'm going to use this little mini messy mat. These are the best thing I've bought. We tried to get hold of them to stock, but we can't stock them. So they're woodware. Can't find a stockist at the moment. But it does mean they wipe clean, so you can do a bit of stamping and don't worry about making a mess. Right,
and you can also smoosh ink on it and spritz water, can't you? And then spread it. That's how I did the background on this one.
Yeah, so the mini archivals to match are fab. So I do need more of those, but that is very clever, the tone on tone. I think if I did black, I know black gives, and I'm going to do some stamped in black for the background. So these are going to be my two embellishments that are going to be on the layout. And then I'm going to do some funky stamping on the 12 by 12 piece as well.
I didn't realise that they came in archival, because I was trying to ink and then stamp on the top, but it wasn't, it was too distressed. I didn't like the...
Yeah, it wasn't crisp. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I tend not to stamp. I use distress oxides for backgrounds and that kind of thing, but not for stamping images. I would go to either VersaFine, because VersaFine, but what I like about these is they're named to actually match with Tim's oxides. That's what I like. Whereas the VersaFine Claire, which are also lovely inks, really highly pigmented, but as you said, they don't match. And we've got some Wendy Vichy archival inks, but of course they are matched to her colours, so you want to really stick with, if you've got distress oxides,
you have to stick with one range, don't you?
Stick with his. Yeah, we've got some of the Wendy Vichy ones just to give a wider colour palette, but for me, I want them matching.
Yes.
Yes. we have to start. I've only got one tin. We'll have to start collecting. We still haven't got all the oxides yet, Deb. We're still collecting oxide.
No, I've got a list.
Have you got a list of the gaps? How many colours has he done? 72? 70? Anybody know how many Tim did? Because he stopped now, hasn't he? We come to the end.
Yes, he stopped.
Right.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Oh, not the oxide. Let's stick with this. Let's hope so, because it gives us half a chance of being able to collect them all. Otherwise, every time he brings them out. Oh, Lizzie's got it. 72.
Gosh.
72. I don't know how many I've got. I'm a way off 72, that's for sure. But every month we kind of buy ourselves a couple more, don't we? We just keep adding to the collection.
But then we do need all the colours, don't we? If we're doing all the kits, we do need all the colours.
Absolutely.
Colour match, don't we?
Got a colour match, yeah.
But it does make a difference, doesn't it, colour matching? It really does. I think it adds a little
I
bit.
didn't realise, how, things like the tone of yellow, if you get that wrong, so it does make a difference. So these are acid-free, they're waterproof and they're permanent. But they're much better than Stays-On. I had a couple of Stays-On pads. I don't tend to use Stays-On now because it smells really strong. I mean, these they do stain a bit, but not as bad as
I got rid of my Stays-On. They all dried up. They were horrible, and I just thought, I'm not using these. And I don't think they're very good for the stamps either.
I think whatever chemicals, you're right, it's not great.
Yeah, so I decided Stays-On was going down.
Oh, Karen, you're going to treat yourself to the whole collection. Well, we've just done an order of all the restocks, and they were all in stock from the States because we shipped them from the States, apart from shabby shutters and antique linen. So those were out of stock when we placed the order. And then this morning we just got an email to say they've come back in. So we do frequent orders. So those two colours will be coming in. And we generally they come in set in threes. So you might want to do, like, when you get your birthday treat, you might want to do half and half. It's free postage over £50. So it would be posted free to you. But generally we get the restocks really quickly on those because in the States they are super popular and they stock them regularly. But yes, Debbie and I have got a list now and we want to collect them all. There's nothing like you go to find a colour and it doesn't quite match.
Yeah, it's frustrating. Isn't
The
it?
blues are the typical ones. You go to match a blue and you're like, oh, I haven't got a blue that works.
I think the hardest to match is pink. I still think that's the hardest colour to match.
Yeah, because then they've got the corally pink, you've got abandoned coral, you've got yeah, Steph, you started right. You got sort of one of each colour of the rainbow, and then you've got one shade up and one shade down. That's a great idea. So I wonder, I'm going to try something slightly different now. So fossilized amber also matches. I don't have mustard seed, so I've gone fossilized amber. And I'm also going to try some of this funky stamping. Let's add a bit. This is completely wild. And then I might even do some ink splats. Looking good.
Ink splats as well?
Yeah, with that ink splat stamp. I mean, this stamp kit is just lovely.
Fabulous, isn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely hard to know where to start. Definitely. Steph's advice is a good one. Sort of one of each of the colours and then one shade up and one shade down.
But I'd say there are certain colours that kind of go with so much as well.
What would you say those jump out, Deb? What's the ones that
I personally would
your
go
go-tos?
for pink. I go picked raspberry.
Yes, I would.
For a yellow, I would go mustard seed.
Mustard seed. I'd definitely go mustard seed. I'm with
Green,
you on
I
that.
have to say mowed lawn, because this is just a lovely mid green. I think that's a normal green, whereas the others are, you sort of think you know what it's going to look like, but I'd say that's like a standard green. I think Blueprint Sketch and Lumberjack Plate for rainbow colours are brilliant.
For a
and
red and
Concord. Yeah.
Dusty Concord's a good purple.
Yeah, very good.
But then I quite like Seedless Preserves, because Dusty Concord's quite a dark purple. Seedless Preserves is more of a vibrant purple. It depends what tones
this
you like.
Dusty Concord though.
Oh yeah, it's a nice.
The Seedless Preserves is even. I tried it. It was almost too pinky.
Pinky purple. You're right.
Yeah, but nice. They're all nice.
Yeah, they are all lovely.
I mean, I was thinking, how can you possibly need all those colours? But you start using them, and you do. Just do need them all, don't you?
Well, and also I've kept my distress inks, because sometimes I don't have the colour in the oxide, I only have it in the ink.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Also, for mixed media backgrounds, sometimes the inks give a lighter effect. The oxides are really, they're quite heavy, aren't they? Now I'm stamping in oxide here, and actually it's still coming out nice. It's not quite as crisp as the other.
Yeah.
So you can stamp in it. It just gives a slightly different effect.
Oh, Steph's going to take a photo of hers. That's helpful.
Oh, that's good. And that's because that's a good starting point, Steph, I think. It just gives an idea of what to select. I mean, they have been around for a long time, haven't they, Distress Oxides? And I was a bit late to the oxide party. I was with the inks. And I was like, oh, I love my inks. What's this oxide all about? I don't need that. And then when I started playing with them, I was like, oh, this is nice.
The oxides are just lush, aren't they?
Yeah, really nice. Right, I'm nearly done. Then we've just... a bit more stamping here.
What I didn't do was get photos ready.
Bit labour intensive, but I think the detail is worth it. So these are the 2 cut files that come in the kit. So I'm just prettying them up a bit, that's all. What are you thinking? Sort of a series of little photographs?
I'm thinking these in the paddling pool, because they've got lots of bright colours on them. A series of 3, I'm thinking. Unless I've got these photos bigger. Hoping I did them in a...
Yeah, Karen, you are so right. It is typical of us crafters. It's like we love a set. We love a collection of things. And when there are 72, it's like, ooh, that's a lot. Where do I start?
Where do you store them?
So that's good to, yes, I got 2 white storage shelves from a maker on Etsy, actually, and I love it. They're white. I did have some MDF ones that you had to assemble yourself, and they were really difficult to assemble. Well, they were just a bit faffy, but this chap makes them and sends them, and they are beautiful. But I'm nearly full up of those, so I am going to be having to order some more. Trouble is, I haven't got anywhere to any wall space.
I've just got 2 boxes under the sofa.
Yeah, that's good. And then you pick out what colours you need for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and because we've got our colour swatch ring, this is another thing, Karen, that's a good thing to make when you get your inks. So we just have a little colour swatch with all the colours on, so that you can hold it against your paper your collection paper, and you can pick out the ink that you need. So colour swatching is a great idea.
I might do one of these. Bright pink dress.
Oh yes, Karen, I'll find it for you, and I'll photograph my. His shop was temporarily closed on Etsy, which is frustrating because I'd like a couple more. They are about £60, so they're not super cheap, but they are sturdy and they come already assembled and they're beautiful white. So I will share, Karen, because and I'll take a photo of mine for you to see, because I'm really pleased with mine. Right, I think a couple more blues to stamp, and then I'll get on with building the background.
What do you reckon? 2 photos?
Yeah, two's lovely.
I think I need a bit of ephemeral.
Oh, Steph uses the Totally Tiffany bags. Yeah, that's good. I bought I actually got them from somebody selling them second hand. Let me just grab mine. So if I go to crop, I pick the inks I need, and then I've got these 2 little Totally Tiffany storage bags. So I keep them empty, and I just fill them when I go to a crop, so that I only take what I need.
I use these. This is a handbag.
Oh yes, I love your little. It's always like a wash bag, is it, or something?
It's called a handbag organizer. So the idea is you put everything in your handbag and you pick it out and put it in a new handbag without transporting everything. So it's got pockets all around. So I've got 2. So I've got one with the inks for Crafty Garden, and this is set up for Bold and Bright. So I can just pick it up and I've got all the inks in there.
So if you go into a crop,
yeah,
you've got your inks for that.
I've got the right one
in your little handbag storage.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know, us crafters love a storage.
We do.
I think organising craft stuff is a hobby in itself. Yes, I just wish I had more time to organise. I often run out of time.
Right, where is my...
Yes, Karen, so I had the MDF, the ones that they sell on eBay, I think, to assemble. I actually sold mine. They were sturdy enough and they fit the inks, but it was just a bit of a rough and ready finish. I wanted it to. I love this because it's on display. It's behind me on the wall. The good thing with the MDF ones is they do fit the IKEA Expedit gaps, but I found because they're only narrow, you lose a whole square of storage. So, and then I was trying to store things behind the MDF ink storage in the Expedit unit, and I was having to pull it in and out all the time, and it got a bit tricky. So yes, I would recommend a little bit more expensive on the white ones, but that's definitely worth it. Right, so let's go for this. I'm going to go just straight in with some stamping. I'm going to stamp the background. I don't have a plan for this, so let's see how it goes. Oh, you store them upside down to keep them juicy. That's good. There was a company, and we were going to look to design some of these, Deb, when we get a bit more time. They've stopped selling them now, but you could buy for like £1 a sheet. You could, and the challenge is they haven't got the new names on, so I've got some labeled and some not because I didn't have the new ones. Right. I am going to stamp in some of these oxides here. Let's see how it stamps, because you said you like this inky. Oh, that's a great stamp, Deb. What a
Yes.
That ink splat is lovely, that.
Do you know, I might use some leaves that I've got. I treated myself to, I don't know if anybody's used this, the 49er Market die and stamps, which are lovely. So I thought if I stamped and cut out some leaves, so I have got some leaves, and I'm just wondering if these added in would look, if they'd look nice around here.
Love that. We are waiting for some of those to come back in. They are like gold dust, those. We've got some of the other stamps and dies still in stock. Those leaves have been very popular. I like the mushrooms as well.
Yes.
Mushrooms are great. Right, so this is going to be like this. Blueprint sketch next. Something quite therapeutic about stamping.
Yes.
I've always loved stamping. Right, I had a photograph for this layout. It's going to be this kind of, I might cover that one up. I'm going to, or put it over here, because I'm going to be building up. And what I'm going to do also, probably after tonight's live, is what you've done, Deb, where I actually cut, so stamp and cut some, so that I get some little circling bellies here as well. So it sort of builds up, and probably the word hello here. I did love, out of, I showed these earlier, these little gold, but I don't know if this is really a gold layout. I don't know. I don't think that really goes, the gold. Yeah, these stamps, they're just like, it's just so versatile, Michelle. It's amazing. Oh, that's good to know, Karen. Craft Elliot. And is it in all the 72 colours? Because I would quite easily peel mine off and relabel, because I do like it all to be the same. But that is good to know if they have got them. Yeah, the mixed media stamps, they are really good value, because she's got some that are £5.99. These ones are £5.99.
The bold and bright ones are £5.99, aren't they? And the mixed media ones and the stencils are
£3.99. I mean, what a bargain!
Amazing, isn't it?
It's because she had to make them for Joann's, and so they had to make them a really good value price point. But that is just cheap. When we were having the shop at the weekend, people going, "Is this price right? Have you got this price?" And we're like, "No, that's
But when I was putting them on the website, I was like, "Is this right? Have I got this right?"
And her stencils. There's a set of 3 stencils, £3.99.
Yeah, it's such a bargain.
I mean, I know they obviously have mass produced them for Joann's and Michael's, and we've been fortunate in the UK to get our hands on them. But that is cheap. Cheap as chips. Oh, that's good, Karen. For my brushes, I've got a little label machine. It was a little bit labour intensive, but I've labelled my brushes like this, and then a dot is the oxide and a no dot is the ink.
I've done mine, so I've got a label on the brush cap as well, and the bottom.
Yes, love that. Yeah, Misha, want them all. There's some of her, what did I spot? I was loving the dies and stamps. Her dies and stamps are lovely as well.
Yeah, the note paper one and the heart is beautiful.
Yeah. You know what we're like. We just want all the things. My Christmas and birthday lists grow. But at least then you've got nice things that you know people can get, or you get, like you say, Deb, you've got birthday money to spend. So
yeah,
treat for yourself coming up.
A lot of these aren't showing up because they're acetate, but I do want to use them, but not on here. How's that looking? Do I need more clusterages?
I think a little bit more in between those two leaves on the bottom right.
Yeah, I can't find anything.
No, they're quite big flowers in this set, aren't they?
Yeah.
The only thing I was thinking, like I did with the stars, is you could punch some. Or put a title there so that it layers over the leaves.
Yeah.
Or you haven't used your alphas. You haven't used your alphas. You
No, I haven't used my alphas, but if I was going, I'd put her name on, but I don't particularly want things with names on online. I'm wondering about a scalloped bottom going along here.
Oh, yes, build. Yes.
I could, what colour?
Oh, thank you, Steph. Steph's posted on the Crop and Craft group. That's great. And I'll photograph my storage.
Right, I'm going to do pink. A pink scallopy edge like that. I cut them in half and put it on the bottom. I'm going for it.
She's going for it.
Look out. I'm just doing it.
Look out. We're almost at 9 o'clock as well. We are.
Well, I'm nearly there. I'm not quite finished. It's all just placed.
Yeah. And I think this is going to be the kind of thing that is going to grow. You can see how I'm thinking, but it's going to be. And then I think what I'm going to do is do some of those circles like you've done, Deb, to layer it all up.
Yeah.
Just got to do the ink splat before we finish. I know we're running out of time, but just to show people, because this ink splat, you've used, oh, I can see you've used it on your tone on tone. See the green ink splat there. Oh, Karen, no, you're very welcome. It's lovely to be able to ask the questions, and that's what this is all about. It's about us all sharing and learning together. So I remember when I came to my very first crop, I sat next to Debbie. That's how we met. And I didn't have a clue. I had no idea what I was doing, did I? And Debbie, you'd been crafting for much longer than me.
Well, not that long, really. Not scrapbooking.
Was it? Not scrapbooking, no. I felt
I've
like I was
always
asking.
Crafting of all sorts.
And I went away with my list of all the stuff I wanted to buy.
You did, didn't you?
I was like, Debbie, I need to buy all these things.
Yeah.
Look at that
list,
splat. Look at that ink splat.
Yeah, it's lush, isn't it?
It's clever. Really beautiful. Yeah, that's the trouble, Steph. It's like ask all the questions, and then like me, I went away with a list of all the things I needed because I just love it. But that was, I can't remember how long ago that was, Deb. 16 years
ago.
15, 16 years ago. And it actually turned out you knew me in a way because you'd worked with my mum.
Yes, yeah.
So there was a connection there.
And then you were a student teacher when...
That was it. When
my daughter was at school, and she came home, and it was Miss Bertham this and Miss Bertham that.
Oh,
yeah, yeah,
and all connected by this lovely hobby.
Oh, that's a shame. There's nobody around you.
Oh, that is such a shame, Karen. It's a shame. I don't know how far away you are, but we do crops in Bristol, and we've got. In fact, I had a little poster to share. So we've got our 12-hour crop coming up, which is this one here. So 12-hour crop is on the 30th of November. But we've also got a weekend crop in May 2025. So, yeah, info is on the website, but I don't know how far you are away from us, because there is nothing like crafting with friends, I must admit. We started this online when we were in the pandemic, when we were just like, we missed it, didn't we?
Yeah. And you said, shall we go online? And I went, oh, no, I can't do that.
Debbie, that was like 3 or 4 years ago now. We've never looked back, have we?
Yeah.
Never looked back.
I think, what do you think about these scallopy circles?
Oh, yes.
I think that kind of just finishes it off.
Finishes it off.
Oh, we're
that's
worth the
lovely.
travel.
Yeah. We have such a good time, don't we? We have a really good time. The weekend just flies by. Steph's come down to one of our day crops on your travels. And yeah, the weekend crops are a blast because the shop's open all weekend, which is lethal. There's takeaways right next door. We stay in a hotel and it's in a big, beautiful community hall. So you know, really chill, do your own projects, and it's fabulous. So that's May 25, May 20, and it's only £50 for the whole weekend. So it's a budget friendly crop, we hope.
Yeah, it's a nice space in a beautiful hall, and do your own thing, isn't it?
Good company, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we fast run out of time. It's just flown by, isn't it? So we've got a bit of work in progress. So that one's finished.
I need to stick everything down. I need to take a photo so I
that
don't
one's
forget
done.
what it is.
Oh, Karen, you're Stroud in Gloucestershire. I originally came from South Gloucestershire. I've moved over to Somerset now.
Oh,
so
that's not that far.
I'm about an hour's drive from where the crop is held. So it's a bit of a drive for me, but it's totally worth it. So not too far at all. You would be very, very welcome. It is a lovely bunch of people and really chilled and really relaxed. So yeah, do take a look. Wonderful. That's us done, isn't it? Well,
it is.
Work in progress, shall we say? Work in progress.
I just need to stick and foamy dots and things, but yeah, I'm nearly there.
Oh, it's been fantastic, and lots of great chat and lots of sharing of ideas, which we absolutely love. So thank you for joining us, everyone, and we'll be back same time next week.
See you next week.
See you next week. Take care all.
Bye.
Bye.